Have you ever found yourself endlessly scrolling through Etsy or Instagram, admiring all those beautifully crafted woodworking products? Maybe you've seen a rustic coffee table, a set of elegant cutting boards, or even a quirky wooden phone stand and thought, I could totally make that. If you're anything like me, you've probably wondered if these handmade creations are just fun hobbies, or if they can actually turn into a real source of income. Well, today I decided to put that curiosity to the test, in a big way. I started by researching the most popular woodworking products that people are actually buying online right now. Then, I gathered my tools, picked out some quality wood, and sketched out plans for 10 of the best-selling items. From simple home decor pieces to more complex furniture, I wanted to cover a range of projects to see which ones are truly worth your time and effort. Over the next few days, I built each product from scratch, carefully tracking every hour I spent and every dollar I invested in materials. I paid close attention to the details, how long each project took, how challenging it was, and what the final product looked like. Then, I compared my costs and calculated the potential profit for each item, just like a real small business would. So, if you've ever dreamed of turning your woodworking passion into a profitable side hustle, or even a full-time business, stick around. We're about to break down the numbers, compare the results, and reveal which woodworking project gives you the most bang for your buck. Let's dive in and see which product truly makes real money. First up, let's talk about a true staple in any woodworker's repertoire, the iconic cutting board. Whether you're just starting out or you've been in the shop for years, making a cutting board is almost a rite of passage. It's a project that's approachable, practical, and always in demand. Everyone needs a good cutting board, and they make fantastic gifts for friends and family. For this project, I decided to make an end-grain board using maple and walnut, two classic hardwoods that look beautiful together and hold up well to years of use. The materials cost me about $20, and the whole process, from cutting and gluing to sanding and finishing, took around 2 hours. When it's all done, I can usually sell a board like this for about $50, which is a solid price for a handmade piece. After subtracting the cost of materials, that leaves me with roughly $30 in profit. If you break it down, that's about $15 per hour for my time. It's a decent return, especially for a project that's fun to make and doesn't require a huge investment up front. But it's not exactly a goldmine either. There are definitely more profitable projects out there if you're looking to maximize your earnings. The process itself is pretty straightforward. Cut your wood to size, arrange the pieces in a pleasing pattern, glue them up, and clamp everything tightly while the glue dries. The only real bottleneck is waiting for the glue to cure, which can slow you down if you're only making one board at a time. That's why batching, making several boards at once, can really help you make the most of your time in the shop. In the end, cutting boards are a classic for a reason. They're fun to make, always popular at craft fairs and online, and they let you experiment with different woods and designs. While the profit per hour is just average, the satisfaction of creating something both beautiful and useful makes it a project I'll always come back to. Next up, let's talk about the floating shelf, a piece that's become a modern decor staple in homes everywhere. At first glance, it looks simple, a sleek minimalist slab of wood that seems to magically hover on the wall, perfect for displaying plants, books, or your favorite collectibles. But is building one really as easy as it looks, and more importantly, is it worth your time and effort as a woodworking project? For this project, I chose pine, which cost me $18 for the materials. The build itself took about 2.5 hours from start to finish, including measuring, cutting, assembling, and prepping the wood. When it came time to price the finished shelf, I settled on $60, a price that reflects both the quality of the materials and the time invested in making sure every detail was just right. After subtracting the cost of materials, my profit worked out to just under $17 per hour. That's not bad, but it's important to remember that this calculation doesn't include things like tool maintenance, shop overhead, or the time spent marketing and selling the shelf. If you're hoping to turn woodworking into a side hustle or even a full-time gig, these are all factors you'll need to consider. Building a floating shelf demands a surprising amount of precision. The hardware needs to be installed perfectly so the shelf sits flush against the wall and can support weight safely. Sanding and finishing are also crucial. Any imperfections will be front and center once the shelf is mounted, so attention to detail is key. The appeal of floating shelves is clear. They're trendy, highly customizable, and fit into almost any room. You can stain or paint them to match your decor, or even experiment with different wood species for a unique look. But the time investment is real, and when you break down the numbers, the profit margins are only slightly better than simpler projects like cutting boards. So while floating shelves are a great way to showcase your skills and creativity, it's worth weighing the effort against the potential payoff before diving in. The phone stand. Simple, fast, and surprisingly profitable. Scrap hardwood costs $2, build time was 20 minutes and it sells for $15. That's $13 profit in 20 minutes, almost $39 per hour. Easy to batch, minimal setup, and great for using scraps. Not a big ticket item, but perfect for quick wins and creative variations. The wooden tray, elegant but time-consuming. Walnut and maple with brass handles cost $22, took 3 hours, and sells for $55. After costs, profit drops to about $11 per hour. Lots of steps and attention to detail, but the time investment cuts into profits. Satisfying for craftsmanship, but not for maximizing hourly income. Coasters, classic, quick, and efficient. 4 oak coasters cost $4, took 25 minutes and sell for $15–20. That's about $11 profit per set, or $26 per hour. Easy to batch, customizable, and great for using offcuts. Not a get-rich project, but excellent for steady, easy sales. The knife block, complex and precise. Maple and walnut cost $25, nearly 3 hours to build, and sells for $60. Profit is about $12 per hour after costs. Satisfying to build, but technical challenges slow you down. Impressive showpiece, but thinner margins than you'd expect. Wall decor, creative and unique. Reclaimed wood costs $10, took 1.5 hours, and sells for $40. Profit is around $20 per hour. Great for creativity and using scraps, but sales depend on trends. Perfect if you love the process, but not always the most efficient for profit. The plant stand. Quick, trendy, and profitable. Materials cost $12, build time was 40 minutes, and it sells for $30. That's about $27 per hour after costs. Simple joinery, easy to batch, and in high demand. Market can get crowded, so add a unique twist to stand out. The small stool, classic and sturdy. Oak cost $18, almost 2 hours to build, and sells for $45. Profit is about $13.50 per hour. Not too complex, but requires careful joinery. A solid functional project with steady but unspectacular returns. Custom engraved sign, premium price, but not premium profit. Maple costs $28, 2.5 hours to build, and sells for $75. Profit is about $18 per hour after costs and extra setup. Customization sells, but adds time and communication. Great for personalized gifts, but not the best for maximizing hourly profit. So, which woodworking project would you build for profit or passion? Phone stands and plant stands are the fastest earners, while custom pieces and wall decor offer creative satisfaction. Let me know your pick in the comments, and if you want to see me open a real shop, hit that like button. Thanks for watching and keep building.